Yay, we're live and people are watching. Welcome everyone to an open source hour here to get to, I don't know, better thought. Is it still worth doing our open source hobby in war times? I don't know, I just need some Stanley right stuff. Yeah, not will. I will read this later. Thanks for that now. Anyway, but oh boy. So wanted to package stuff, right? Cool open source stuff. If we otherwise don't have world peace and stuff. This is amazing thing that I really like on this growing community. Ideas, right? I would probably in a long time not have found this, or similar to probably Screen. I think, if I recall correctly, GNU Screen aka the grandfather to Tmux and stuff, I think I found 20 years ago, or 22 years ago, or maybe even 24 years ago, something of that sort on a paper magazine CD, like GNU Herd and stuff in Screen. And probably I didn't even pay that much attention to Screen for maybe another 5-6 years until like 2004 or stuff. And this is, people need to tell you, right, is my point. Someone commented below our Vodafoning fail. Back to the office, right now, 3 Mbit, fingers crossed. Yeah, someone commented, you need mosh. It's like, yeah, mosh what? You need to freaking Google that. And yeah, I found that mobile shell sounds amazing, or amazing. We will see how well it works in practice. It looks like open source, this is tech and stuff. So I didn't fully research that, I only saw the comment earlier today. Yeah, so this is supposed to solve connectivity, intermittent connectivity, just like we had with Vodafone's fail right here. And also like better local command line editing with, so probably only sends like whole lines. Of course, you probably don't have all things, probably like tab completion, unless it's doing very tricky stuff with, if you tab complete, then sending the partial text edit to the server and doing trickery or stuff. That might work with some shells or so. And the other thing, I've also only with Markan 42, Hector Martin of PS3 hacking and Asai Linux fame. And yeah, fast user mode x86 emulator, because he mentioned that we're 16K pages. And like basically he wrote the only reason of maybe have 4K pages is for this, as like Rex, what? Cool, that, so yeah, amazing stuff. There's this, yeah, between procrastination and wasting time of following other people's stuff. Sometimes if you don't find bombed ruins of Ukraine, you find actually amazing stuff. Speaking of it, Stanley's writing some stuff. Let's maybe quickly, not this. He writes in German with Google Translate. Well, the crazy thing is, I like Russians, right? Maybe I shouldn't say some things. I like Russians. I've been probably 20 times in Russia. I've been never in Ukraine. I've been 20 times in Moscow. This is not the point of liking or not liking Russians. We Germans are even somewhat thankful that it's by pure chance and stuff in history ended, freed us from the Nazi terror here ourselves. But I have zero problems with Russians. I have a problem with other country invading other countries and confiscating other countries' parts. And especially in this time where there were contracts and negotiation and Ukraine gave up nuclear weapons in all deals. And the thing is, Putin is not, I mean, this is crazy, right? And this is exactly the thing that some people, some Russians don't want to see that. I mean, I even help people to flee Moscow right now. It's not like I'm not liking Russians. I always criticize, my whole life, I always criticize the USA for I mean, sure, there was 9/11, and even before that, sure, there always have been not so super amazing conflicts with the USA, but there also have been with Russia, right? Google all the historic conflicts with Russia, and you will see there will actually same amount. And I'm only saying this because of the comments, right? I mean, I want to do open source stuff, and then even 30 minutes we can't have peace. We're not waiting here in Berlin for Ukrainian demonstrations. This is completely crazy. The whole Ukraine, I mean, this is really Russian propaganda. I'm really sorry to say this. Your Russian state propaganda is informing you with completely crazy stuff. Yesterday I watched Lavrov's press conference, and each sentence was a lie of all the Western helping there. No, there was the natives also defense. I mean, everything that Lavrov and Putin say, nearly every sentence is a blatant lie. This is crazy. We're not waiting here for Ukrainian nationalists. This is complete crazy nonsense that you're talking. And even if there would be marches of stuff, it's no reason whatsoever to invade other countries. Russia has invaded the country. Oh, I mean, this is crazy. I wanted to have freaking 30 minutes of peace here, and you come here with the stuff. Even if there would be marches of whoever, then it's still another country, and basically they just wanted to have their peace. I mean, they also were invaded already for 8 years, and Crimea taken from them. So you better read some more surrounding stuff. I mean, what you're repeating is basically just the Russian government propaganda rule book of why to invade another country. Yeah, it's hilarious. So yeah, let's do open source. It's just yeah, you better get some independent news and not believe everything your government. I mean, I don't even believe everything the German government freaking tells me. But the difference, of course, at least the German government is 90% agreeable, and the Russian government is 0% agreeable, right? If like, of all the, yeah, but your Westerns are also shit and lying and stuff, like, yeah, at least the German government is like 90% trustworthy, maybe the US government is not under Trump, but I mean, the Putin praised and installed Trump, right? Which obviously also was only nearly 0% agreeable, or maybe 10. If the German government is 90% agreeable, I mean, but yes, I understand people have other opinion and stuff. I mean, it's probably at least somewhat decent that one can agree 90% with the German government, or somewhat. I'm just making some random guesses. Don't quote me on exactly those numbers. So, and you can agree with the US government 80% at least under Biden, under Trump obviously only 10% or so. And Putin obviously 0%, right? He's a complete liar. And if you are still here, Stanley, I'm really sorry to see this. Ukraine developed more free, anti-corrupt and democratic than your Russia. And I've been there 20 times. I wonder if I can still go there after making these videos here. And that is the thing, right? In Germany, I can speak freely, right? I can say that I never agreed with Chancellor Merkel's stuff, at least with most of it, at least, especially environmental stuff. And this is the difference, right? I can speak here freely and say I want more renewable energy, and criticize the government. Good luck, and that is the difference, right? Good luck in Russia protesting and disagreeing with your government. That is the difference, right? In free speech. Here I can speak freely. If I go to Moscow and the center and stand there with a sign that Putin is a freaking liar, then I end up in a freaking prison, right? And even you can do this in the USA, right? You can stand in the USA with a freaking sign and you disagree with Biden, and you can't in China, and you can't in North Korea, and you can't in Russia. That is so. But now we do some open source until the next freaking comments come in. Did I say I wanted freaking 30 minutes of peace of mind here, man? Maybe Germany should then come to Moscow and free you from this Putin. Speaking of what, Nazis. Actually, the real Nazis, the Russian government. Oh man. So yeah, mosh the mobile shell. Let's package the stuff right away. Okay, so one thing emulators. emulators fex-emu. GitHub. It's the latest Firefox, so let's hope that's going well. I guess right now we can package this as vex. I didn't test this obviously, so all right. You know what? Before I leave Berlin to bring my family in more secure distance of this growing nuclear catastrophic threat, where's a pine phone? So I got deleted. I should take the pine phone actually to have some more backup fun abroad. So that is vex, fex. I think until further notice we package this as fex. I would also, yeah, pronounce. I mean, fex, fx, fex. How do you want to pronounce it? I guess. I mean, should we? Debian, sometimes maybe we should check. I would. Which works? Do they even have that? Hey, 2020. Gentoo. So state of the art that maybe Gentoo doesn't have a package or something. No, whatever. So then that. Let's maybe. The last time this freaking links also didn't work. Is that even the best? Let's mail or something. Copy a template. I think I soon need to automate this more. Obviously, this doesn't scale the best. We had this before. Oh man, is it back in the office with a freaking terminal that doesn't freaking sell? Maybe I need another aftermarket third-party terminal for macOS, because somehow this also wasn't the most fun. Interestingly, this archive link is of the form that usually works. So what this does is, this is high performance x86 user mode emulation. As I wrote here, I think fex-emu, but fast. So fex-emu user, or yeah, allows to run x86 binaries on an AArch64 host, similar to fex-emu works, but native support with overlay. This is a little bit what I really wonder a little bit with fex-emu user, though, to be honest. This is, of course, yeah, this is pretty interesting, this thunk libs, so it can forward things like GL to the host. Will not test this today because I'm packaging that on x86, so it's cross-compiling at best. So reason, by the way, if you wonder why I even talk about this comments there so long, it's how long did we waste? Probably 10, yeah, probably 10 minutes for war stuff. I mean, I could just delete it, but I mean, this is a problem with cancel culture, right? If you just delete it, you don't convince people, and I mean, the hopes to convince people are slim, but given these times are completely exceptional times. You leave in the comments below. I also, yeah, leave in the comments below what you think, how to communicate with such stuff. What is a license? So, MIT. I should have probably checked that we don't have this, but I thought that someone else packaged that, but apparently not. Not that we do here all the work and then later it's like, wow, 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 someone else did this already. So, do they have a... Here we have someone. Looks to be 2 years in the development already. So, download that. And what else did we... But we also with the last comment, right? I do wait. Also, it's like not like Ukrainian were marching in Moscow, right? Not even to mention that the Russian president has a history of starting a war in Chechnya 20 years ago, and even, as I think later, even proven, president ordering bombing of apartments in Moscow apparently to have an excuse to start a war in Chechnya. So much to that stuff. So how to build the stuff? Git clone, build. Okay, they want Ninja and they want CMake. So that probably means object dir. Oops. Also, if we want to test this, we need to mark it cross. I have no idea if this will work. Ah, this was one. Let's see, do we have, maybe I don't have even a full build, actually. Yeah, we deleted that in. And last but not least, we can't really test that though. I mean, we could see if it starts to build. Of course, it doesn't. Alright, we should also. Yeah, it will not fully build, obviously. If build package. So this is. Oops. At least we would see. What does it want? Expect amazing performance, optimal. Ah, does it even do something? Interesting. So you can apparently code gen this for testing on x86. Okay, we probably as the other targets they don't support at all, so we also should mark this architecture only ARM64, and I don't know if 32-bit works. We could try. If it doesn't work, then but at least at least the surrounding setup is valid, and then I can test it another day on my Retina Pro. Yeah, thank you very much. That is, of course, super annoying that they don't support compiling. It's likely one issue after another. Where does it even... That's a little bit funny. Yeah, so quite some things actually. This is a little bit silly. Don't really like packages that need to do something like that. Wonder if we can cc. Let's see if that does something. That's actually a surprising amount of quirks. Usually you've seen this previously. Stuff in T2 kind of sort of mostly just builds. Let's see what's going on. Ah, FLTO. Ah, okay. Okay. Due to that, with Clang, this is just Clang versus GCC. We probably should. You know what? We very theoretically. Need some glue. config glue. I mean, it's continuing, right? This is also the progress of packaging this, and one thing comes to another. A little bit, and this is also why with each package it is different. So like usually packages do not hard enforce. What? Usually packages do not enforce, like the compiler. What is going on here? Doesn't contain a CMake with a Gmail log. Okay, does it once here? Yeah, okay, so much to it. Let's just package the stuff. This is also want to have some fun, and then you need to package more and more stuff. I'm a little bit surprised. Here they have actually, okay, they have this even documented to be fair. I mean, they want to build this with Ninja, which we usually normally don't do. I would hope it otherwise works anyway. Maybe can try one last time. Also, there's so much I invested into this today. But as in previously, this kind of stuff, I have no problem like pre-packaging that. Pre-packaging the metadata that the next person has only some dependency to add or other. Dependencies are the build error. So the other thing we wanted to, what is here, GMP, what, why is this not, it could be, it might not have a package pre-selection template. Need to regenerate that soon, so that would be, hey, 0 frames so far. Looks like maybe after so much complaining, would have want to fix something. Start X-helper, what the heck? Yeah, there's still quite some stuff, so it still has probably some other depths. Yeah, this is, I mentioned this before, I'm not impressed by this new build systems, and then you have build errors like, yeah, what is now the issue right now? You need to, yeah, configuration incomplete errors occurred. It's like, yes, thank you very much. Which freaking errors? Probably, I guess, those here. And then the problem is, yeah. Is there another download though? Maybe. Yeah, but also the modern packaging. I don't know, this is also only assets here. It's a little bit silly. Yeah, I remember back in the days, a decade or two ago, stuff was packaged so that it actually freaking builds, and nowadays it's like, yeah. Yeah, so it turns out Voda fail fixed this a little bit, but not the most, as you see. At least it can now stream with 3 Mbit, but I see that, by the way, is it 3 Mbit? Yeah, 3, or did I 3.5? No, 3 Mbit plus audio. But I see that it's constantly blinking red there, so this is not very, it has some hiccups, not super stable. Yeah, so this is pre-packaged, right? Unfortunately, needs a little bit more work. But that's what you get. The point, of course, running x86 binaries on ARM with much better performance than QEMU, which sometimes could be handy, especially for games. This mosh thing, so how does it work, by the way? Actually, they have surprising amount of stuff, and this is the kind of stuff where I need your help a little bit. I said this a couple of times. Some people did this already a little bit, but basically just donating your time in writing those people upstream to get us listed there, so that people more often find T2. Yeah, bit from source, latest release here. Here's also some nice table, straight from them, that is nice. Do we put this in security, I guess? Just to check if nobody packaged that before. Stanley writes, brought this technology now, the stores are empty. Yeah, I mean, this is, you can't attack the rest of Europe and the rest of the world, it's war crimes, right? Let's be honest. Continuing with Stanley, right? The Russian government decided to not defend itself, but start an attack, war, unprovoked attack, and wars have consequences, right? Germany certainly learns this, and the 9/11 attackers there, although this is a little bit shady story, but nonetheless, if your president that you somewhat sounded like defended doesn't stop this war crimes against civilians, and this will be for decades, right? My expectations, and the thing is, it could become even worse for the rest of the world, right? I mean, if Putin continues and doesn't want to give up, my impression is he does not give up out of principle, even though there will be massive losses for Russia, including not only soldiers, also the whole economy and the rest of the country, and this is, the rest of the world does not want to have something to do with people who attack other countries, and especially doing war crimes against civilians and bombing the whole cities away. And this are the consequences. People don't want to do business with such people, and then unfortunately then the country is isolated and sits alone. And yep, that will be my expectations. This will be worse than the Soviet Union. I'm really sorry. I would stop this war ASAP. Unfortunately, due to the president giving up is not a mental option. I have the impression he will continue even if that means he runs the whole of Russia into the ground. So for the future of the Russian citizens, I would get rid of this maniac. And I expect your stores to be mostly empty for a long time to come. I even read that Lada stopped producing cores because they get integrated circuits like engine MCU, motor control unit and stuff from other countries. So how does this mosh work internally? We will see. I would expect it doesn't re-implement Secure Shell, but we will see if it does. If it implements it itself, or if it's wrapping. Needs Perl. Needs protocol. I mean, okay, we needs libSSL. Okay, this is optional. Okay, not too much, except maybe libprotobuffer, which we may or may not have. So basically, this reconnects, right? I'm not sure if it. I mean, it doesn't have open SSH, so probably it. Yeah, the problem is, I mean, yeah, security is, this is of course, if it re-implements like OpenSSH, then this is a little bit more security critical. Maybe you need to run this on the server as well, we will see. But nonetheless, a package, one more nice package to have. By the way, you can use Google Translate there for Stanley. You can post Google Translate English, right? You don't need to post it in German. For me, the benefit is if you post it to English, then actually other nice people can read it too. Not only us humble Germans. Oops. Accidentally disabled preview. So, what else do we need here? We will probably mosh data pass. With such kinds of stuff, you always need to be careful, right? I mean, the thing is, before I use it in production, I would actually review this more because this is too mission critical, especially in this war times, right? Previously, it was always security, security, security. Now it's double, triple, and quadruple magnitude security. Okay, right. Because who knows who implemented what there. Although it's, I mean, it's in Gentoo stuff, you would always hope other people reviewed it already, but such kind of, I wouldn't run it mission critical just instantly, especially if it does. It's one thing if it's, but even if it would reuse OpenSSH, okay, protobuffer, fair enough. Even then it could do potentially fishy things with passphrases and stuff. So in either case, it needs proper security audit before mission critical use, which obviously something that most people don't do much, but do we not have the protobuffer stuff? That is only win-win. I mean, a little bit of, I have other things to do, but protobuf. Protobuf, proto-C. We don't have that apparently. That is a little bit. The problem they have is so much stuff though. Maybe they want, maybe this here then. Protobuf. Yeah, but this is how we approach 10,000 packages, right? Protobuf. But with this comment that previously that triggers me a little bit, people still like claiming I hate Russians actually. I mean not only I hate war, that is the thing, right? I hate war. That is the accurate thing, to be honest. That is the thing. So how was it? Was it archive? Was it just archive? I always forget how this was. License and stuff, yeah, so many. Which license? Google something. Is this BSD-ish or? I need to get better with those license things. Yeah, let's leave that for now. Wait. It's a little bit silly that this protocol, that they should have called it Google buffers, like calling protocol buffers Google data interchange formats. I, by the way, try to reset up my, because this is my old portable developer SSD, and I tried to reinstall T2. This is like wow, always. I mean, people, even as I'm a hardcore developer, like setting up, especially like the source kind of, or like Arch Linux and stuff distribution, like yeah, it's not the most user friendly, right? I totally agree. It's nothing to do with T2, even all the config, right? So much config state actually to make this efficiently work the way I use it. Actually quite some effort. It's certainly not ideal. It's even a little bit more effort than previously. This was, yeah, with this modern stuff, it's Wayland and X-Wayland and Sway and Alacrity. I mean, then certainly with YouTube live streaming, OBS and stuff. I mean, on Mac OS I also need to change a whole good deal to work efficiently. So from that, by the way, did this download? I didn't even check that. Maybe it did. Apparently it did. On macOS, I mean, at least you have somewhat usable UI on macOS, even if the mouse is slow and the key repeat is slow and a whole lot of like FN function keys first and stuff. That's like an amazing build system. Yeah. It needs autogen. Modern distribution doesn't even come with this stuff. Huh? Yeah, I mean previously stuff, the problem is now you have the old auto-gen source dependency. At least it starts to build. Yeah, tiny little protocol buffer, and interesting that it builds all the languages. At least the binding generator stuff. Yeah, Ryzen Epic threading, Ryzen 1350X, right? It's 1550X. Interesting, at least it built. What was, we had some auto-gen. Like that one. At least it's the only win-win, right? I mean, beside like having 30 minutes somewhat peace of mind. Certainly other packages also would like to have that, and then the only major win of this stuff, it's like a couple of new, at least one new package of also was we should build verbose for the, yeah, yeah, stuff takes time. Yeah, it's open source hobby. Just packaging all the stuff, even without war crime talk. What did we want to build? We wanted to build mosh. Okay, let's maybe take a look at the mosh, how to use this stuff. Oops, I wanted the other, that was tech video. It's like, okay, that is TCP. Okay, so secure shell, problems with it, can't roam obviously, and yeah, latency as you've seen here and stuff. Roaming, it runs over UDP. Wow. Okay, so maybe they guesstimate. Okay, that is maybe clever. I mean, I'm only guessing here from, I didn't watch this here earlier, but maybe it's like protocol needs to support patch and diff, so maybe they local echo that and send it to the server, and then diff it, send a difference between the already rendered, pre-rendered local state, RSA and AES. What do we have here? The stream keystrokes, synced objects, so maybe something like that. I'm only protected ASOCB. Okay, so they also have some research paper describing the design. Maybe we state of the art old-fashioned mobile shell user gives. Yeah, actually, it's interesting. I didn't hear about this. This is obviously the thing with being trapped into some reality distortion field, which like just some bubble, information bubble, and even if you speak with and work with quite some people internationally and travel and stuff, even then, if you already look so much around with open eyes, even then you don't find everything, right? Like in this case, it's like I don't remember ever hearing about that, to be honest. What's going on here? Error, this file is generated in older version Proto-C, which is what the heck? Error, this file is generated by an older version of Proto-C, which is what? What the heck? That is somewhat hilarious. We just packaged the latest version. How can that be? Yeah, but in this day and age, nothing surprises me anymore. As sad as it is. I'm not surprised that package this stuff and then it doesn't build anymore. Okay, they match exactly. So 309 for whatever reason. So can this be regenerated? It was a little bit silly that but nothing too much. This is a little bit silly. Package that just to have to build this and then looks like it didn't regenerate that, so that is apparently shipped probably. No? What is that? Didn't ship with that? How is that possible? What the heck is that? Bizarre things. You package the latest stuff and then it doesn't work. Yeah, but basically keeping stuff minimal, right? Complexity, complexity, more complexity. What was the... Oh, 390. Why is this 390 if it's 319 for? But um, 319.004. So both are 319 or 319, 319. And why is this? Less than 319. Yeah, this is 309. And somehow, is this Proto C version? How is that possible? Or did this thing? This is bizarre. This is not rebuild. This is yeah, somewhat demotivating. This is yeah, recurring theme. It's not the most satisfying when constantly this open source stuff doesn't really quite build, to be honest. I mean, this is, yeah, people always tell me, yeah, we do basically nothing, right? Everything just freaking works TM until it doesn't. This is rather bizarre, to be honest. Maybe I should Google that. Actually, I assumed there would be something trivially wrong. Should appear when the proto-buff compiler version during build time and the protocol library version runtime differ. In theory, you could have multiple versions installed, but it would be hard to manage. Do we have that? No. Why does this say libproto C390? This is bizarre. Can rebuild it and hope for the best though, but anyway, some people tuning in. Yeah, leave in the comments below. Not so many comments today except the Russian propaganda discussion there. We could quickly check here, abstract interactive remote share for mobile clients. But I mean, we're not the only people with internet. I say this over and over again. Our internet is already relatively okayish if it doesn't have its days where it's completely failing. But I'm totally aware that most people in remote areas and the United States and stuff have even worse internet. And so yeah, we're not the only one. People, other people so motivated they still the. How is this even possible? It's so hilarious. That they write a whole new protocol and stuff. Yeah, speculative local echo. That is probably what I just. So probably they print this, they local echo this, and then server side. Is this the diffing of that? 40 hours real world usage, including 9,966 total keystrokes. Includes timing content, distribution of keystroke response times, 3G internet service, medium latency, mean. Yeah, this looks pretty amazing. I mean, this is this kind of stuff. I mean, I still remember when rsync was newish 15 years ago, and rsync was the latest and greatest. And you really wonder that, like OpenSSH, that was not advanced. That, yeah. I mean, this is a total crazy. What is this here? MIT Singapore Internet Path to Amazon EC2 data center. Yeah, talking about this is of course extremely good and crazy numbers. High packet loss. Yeah, 16.8 seconds. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you so much for this comment. I mean, this is amazing stuff, right? That. And imagine if we all would do amazing research and trust in science and be nice to each other. Look what amazing stuff we can have if We don't needlessly start stupid wars and kill people. I'm slightly wondering, you know what, let's maybe commit this already. Something strange going on, but we can iron that out another day. Is that true? Yeah, probably only do builds 5%. Let's just clean this up a little bit. On new builds, this will be clean. Just on my this is the old Road Warrior SSD. Also this tray. Did we do, or maybe this is stable actually. And yeah, this mosh somehow makes no sense to do. What did I do here? Okay. It makes no sense to do this online, live. Leave in the comments below. Does it really need TBB? I hope you found this interesting and learned something. As usual, leave in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Updated mosh. Shit, did I apparently copied that stupid. Yep. Have a wonderful day. Stay awesome. Also, let this license is somehow. As usual, I hope you learned something. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you for more such fun stuff soon.